Hello, thank you for viewing this channel. My name is Vukile Sentane. I'm a social worker. In this channel, we are just handling everything, talking about everything that has to do with social work. Today, we are looking at 4 questions that we are asking about social work. We are saying what is social work and what is a social worker and what social work entails, and lastly we are asking that who can be a social worker. All right, now looking at social work, we are saying that social work is a profession. That means is a field, a profession that seeks to change the well-being of the people, a profession that seeks to change the lives of the people, change the community. So we have people that are living in the community. When we talk about change, that means we are changing how people do things. We are looking at the social ills. We are looking at the needs of the people. We are looking at the challenges, difficulties that people are facing in the society. And then this field is a vehicle, or is the resource that is needed to enhance, to improve the lives of the people, to give hope to the people, to give success to the people. Secondly, we are saying this is a profession that empowers people, give them skills, give them knowledge, enable them to be able to tackle the challenges they are facing. And again, this is a profession that liberates people. Underline the word liberation. That means people in the society are kind of like in captive. They are in bondage, so they need liberation. So this is a tool that liberates people, set them free from their challenges, set them free from the difficulties that they are facing every day. So this profession is needed. We have lots of professions in the country, in the nation, or let's say in the community. But all these professions, they title different things. Then when you look at social work is looking at everything that the community is going through. You talk of education. The social worker is needed. The well-being of the people, you need a social worker. To alleviate poverty, you need social worker. So is a broad profession. You can say that everybody can be a social worker, but that's not true. Not everybody can be a social worker. So we by bringing this profession to the community, you are actually enhancing the well-being of the people, taking them from the lower level to the next level. Hence we have a department that is called social development. For the development to be seen in the community, that means you need a social work, someone who will work this community, someone who will work this community out and help people to be able to change their lives, to be able to have a success and be able to move forward. Yes, so that's what we mean when we talk about the social work. We said it's a field, it's a profession. Okay, and then you have the social worker. Now, when I talk of the social worker, we are looking at the person that is bringing change to the lives of the people. Now, this is a person that brings knowledge, the person that brings skills, the person that goes beyond in changing the lives of the people. This is the person that brings skills. This is the person that assess the needs of the people. For instance, when we talk of substance abuse in the community. What do we mean by that? That means we need someone who will assess the causes why we are having a problem of substance abuse. Now, this is the person who is gonna or he's going to know the reasons, the root cause. Because I always say, whenever you are dealing with the problem, you must not only focus on the problem, you need to focus on the cause of the problem. Don't focus on the outcomes. When we see people abusing drugs and stuff like that, those are the outcomes. Now the social worker will go deeper to the roots and see how the problem can be sort of like prevented, be prevented, because we actually need to look at the cause. Now, when other departments, for instance, the municipality deals with the problems. Okay, they deal with the problems. If they want to actually wants to bring change in the community, they will look at, okay, we need to bring roads and stuff like that, and we need people need houses and stuff like that. And then the social workers will go deeper to the people that are in the community. That's why they bring projects, because they look at what people need. Because you can give people houses, and then what are they going to eat at the end of the day? And then these days we have lack of jobs and stuff like that. And then we have social workers then that comes in and bring projects to the people, and people will be able to work in the community. I'm just making an example about that. So we are saying that these are the people. And secondly, a social worker is a social doctor, is the person that heals the community. When we talk about healing, we basically looking at the ills that people are having. We bring counseling, we bring therapeutic programs, we bring programs that can actually take people from lower level to the next level. Okay, we are social doctors. That means we diagnose the people, we diagnose the problems in the community. We are the ones who assess and diagnose and say, okay, this is the problem, and this is how this problem can be solved, and this is the cause of the problem. So we are social doctors. We are the ones who heal the community. People come to the offices crying and crying and crying. There is family violence, there is a child abuse, there is domestic abuse, there are disease and stuff like that. So now you need a social doctor for that. You need a social doctor for that. Not everyone can heal that problem. No, we have abandoned children in the community. We have poverty in the community. We have children that are being abused, sexual abuse and stuff like that. Now, when those people are traumatized, not everyone can afford a psychologist. I repeat that. Not everyone in the community can afford a psychologist. For instance, for one session, a psychologist can charge you 200 rands. And then people who are coming from a poverty-stricken society, how they can afford those services? You see, now they come to the social workers. Social workers will counsel them, will help them to be able to go through that journey and be able to live a better life. That's why I'm saying that these are the social doctors. And I call them the social agents of change. They are the agent of change. They are the ones who carried the tools of bringing change to the lives of the people. People who are in lower points, and people who are traumatized, people who have given up in life, people who don't see future, people who are unable to actually be able to be successful in life. And that social doctor is the one that helps them. Those are the social workers. Now we're saying what do social work entails. Social work is broad, is broad. We have social workers that works in prisons. We have social workers that works in child and youth care centers, shelters, hospitals, social development. So these are the people who look at people and help them to be able to move from point A to point B. So yeah, so we are saying, what do social work entails? We talk about here bringing programs to the people, programs that can change the lives of the people, programs that seeks to elevate the challenges. We're not saying that they change everything. We're not saying that they are miracle workers, as they sometimes we are viewed as miracle workers, of which in this country, where you lack resources to work, you find that social workers, they are having a backlog, like they are dealing with 250 cases, and they only have maybe 3 cars in the service office. So it's very challenging, and we are yet expected to do miracles and change the lives of the people. So social workers counsel people. Social workers refer people to the necessary or to the relevant stakeholders that can change their lives. Social workers, they bring therapeutic programs. Social workers, they deal with substance abuse, they deal with adoptions, they deal with clinical services, they deal with all sorts of things. You can Google them. I cannot mention, like, there are numerous things that social work do. You can Google that. You can even go to the Department of Social Development, and you will see that there are a lot of services that social workers renders to the people. You have people who work with families, old age, disabilities, substance abuse, as we've mentioned that before. Yeah, there are lots. Other social workers, they deal with the NPOs and NGOs and stuff like that. Yeah, so the field is broad. I cannot mention everything. It's broad. It's a matter of you choosing what you want to be. Because if you want to be a social worker, you need to actually know and know for sure what you want to do. And these days, it's even harder and harder to actually advise people to be social workers. I tell you, there is a need in our society. In fact, all around the world, there is a need for social workers. There is a demand for social workers. But the thing is, you need to pay them. And that's where the problem is. For instance, South Africa is doing the best to actually be able to employ social workers. There are no funds. You can see that the economy is going down. The rent is going down, and things are not well in the society. But we don't throw a towel and say we're just gonna leave it like that. So you need to have a broader picture as you think to be a social worker. Is a fun field, and is a very interesting field. Is a field that I love dearly with all my heart. I love it dearly, and yeah, I enjoy being a social worker.